Okay, YouTube, today my project is going to be a coin box to hold some coins there and flips from my coin collection. I could go out and I could buy something plastic to hold these, but I'm a maker and I like to recycle things and not use plastic. So today we're going to make a box to hold coins. And I've got some 1/4 inch panel board here. Got a lot of panel board scraps, and I'm going to make this thing 4 rows wide. And I'm probably going to make it so that they can stand 2 deep in this box with about those dimensions. And then I'm going to use some of this stock here, and I'm going to cut these all to 3/4 by 3/4 to make the edges of the box, and then fit these 1/4 inch panel board in between to make the sides. So let's get started. Okay, I've dry fitted this all together for the first level here. This will be the bottom of the box. And now I'm going to actually glue it after struggling with the strap clamps. Okay, it's a couple days later and this is dried. And everything looks good on it. Now we can take the band clamp off. Okay, I wanted to take a minute to show you something that is a little bit of an imperfection in my joinery here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap right there. I don't know about you, but I find it very hard to get joinery absolutely perfect with these angles. But one of the things I want to emphasize is these are real world problems that happen when you do woodworking, and this doesn't mean it's the end of the world for your project and it's not going to look good. Because keep in mind, a lot of times when you do these mistakes, what's going to go on is they're going to be covered up. You know, when we put the pillar right here, you're not going to see that little gap because it's going to be covered up. It's going to be on the inside. So when you make these little mistakes, don't worry too much about them, because oftentimes there's a lot of methods by which they can be fixed. Now, one of the things I want to do with this to make sure that we don't ever see this is make sure it's absolutely sanded flat, so that this makes a very good flush seal with this when we glue it down. that form the lid, and they're angled. They're going to form an arch. So I'm going to be taping them together, and then once they're taped together, I'll be gluing it together. Okay, after sanding this, I wanted to show you how good a fit it is. Right there, almost exactly fits the form. So we don't have a lot of gaps to deal with. Okay, as I had originally mentioned, this box, the reason I created it was to hold my coin collection, some of the coin flips, and they're each 2 inches wide, and it's going to be 4 across. So let's see, measuring this out, that's kind of hard to see, but it's 9 5/8 inches wide. So if we take 9 5/8 inches and we take each 2-inch coin flip, and that's 8 inches wide, so 9 5/8 minus 8 inches is 1 5/8 inches, and then we have to divide that into 3 to put 3 dividers in between each row of these flips. So 1 5/8 divided by 3 is roughly 0.54166. And 0.54166 is pretty much, you know, almost a half, is a little bit over half an inch. So I'm going to make each of these little dividing walls a half an inch thick, and you know, maybe we'll have a couple 1/16 of an inch on either side for these coin flips to have a little bit of give. Okay, now I'm going to be making the dividers, as we talked about, a half an inch wide. And I've got all these old baseboards that a friend of mine gave me when they pulled them out of their house. I don't know, they're probably at least 50 to 100 years old. These, I think they're spruce, but I'm not sure, but they should finish up nicely and when we cut them down to a half an inch width and plane them down. But right now I'm going to cut them into 18.5 inch strips, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this board into 3 1-inch strips, and I don't know if you can see I've drawn the groove mark, and then I'm going to use the router and cut a groove in, and that's what the size of these boards will slide into. These are the dividers inside the coin box. Okay, now I'm going to be gluing these things in here. Unfortunately, I can't brad nail them in place because the wood is just too thin. Okay, the slotted boards I glued in place are all dried, and these are the boards that hold the dividers in place, and as you can see they're just a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to cut them down size, and they should fit just fine. Okay, this is the moment of truth. We're going to see if everything fits in the way it should. And there we go. They all fit in. Now I'm not going to glue these in place because I want to be able to take those out and get to the lower levels once I fill this up with coin flips. But everything looks good so far. Okay, I had a little bit of a problem here with the hinge for the top lid. As you can see, if I screw in here, it's not got a lot of material to grip on and put the screw in. So what I've done is I've taken some maple and cut a triangular piece that I'm going to glue to the side here. And then once that's dry, we'll be able to drill and have it adequately supported. It's time to stain. Yay. I find this to be one of the most therapeutic steps. Because once you do it, you stain something, and you look back, it looks just so good. The stain, especially dark stain, covers up a lot of the problems and mistakes that you make. Okay, we've got 3 coats of stain on this, so now I'm going to put some amber colored shellac on this. And like I've said before in one of my other videos on how to use shellac, long strokes with it, just long and smooth, put it on. So without further ado, okay, the shellac is dry. It's been a couple days, and now I'm going to put on the hardware, the handles and the latch on the front of it. Well, it's all finished now. This is my treasure chest coin box holder. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any comments. I just wanted to show you and remind you that originally this was, I'll show you how this works. And these are the coin flips I have coins in, and they will fit down in here, and I have capacity for a lot of those in there. So like I said, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And also, if you're watching out there, Vincent, I hope you like this video. Good night. Clyde, what do you think? What's your opinion?